Good afternoon. Howdy to you all. Okay, so this is the second installment here. The second band. You heard a wonderful performance by the concert band. On stage right now is the Symphonic band. The first piece we're going to do is actually a march by William Latham entitled Brighton Beach. So without further ado, here is the Texas A&M University Symphonic Band. Thank you very much. So this next piece, and it's in your program notes, as far as the details about it. This piece was originally written by Florence Price, and she originally wrote this piece for organ. That was the original setting. It was for pipe organ. And a good friend of mine, back in 2020, decided to take this piece that she had written for organ and rearrange it for band as part of his doctoral project at the time. And he is currently at West Virginia University, my alma mater. Go Mountaineers. Sorry, I just had to do that. But he wrote this and saying, the thing is that as a doctoral student, as part of the project, normally, you know, you got to remember, 2020 was 2020. At the time, normally you have, you know, when you're doing a project like that, more than likely you would have an ensemble to premiere it with. And it would also be part of the whole thing of rehearsing it and then tweaking it here and there. No, he just had music software and that was it. He really could not take the opportunity, he didn't have the opportunity to really work with an ensemble to kind of make the adjustments that were needed. And really just the way that he wrote this out and wrote this transcription is just really magnificent. And it does a really good job of taking what Ms. Price wrote originally for organ and then just transcribes beautifully into this setting for band. So we hope you enjoy it. This is Florence Price's Adoration. Thank you. The next piece is kind of lengthy in some ways. This piece is part of the, has been part of the wind band repertoire for some time now, written by John Lawrence Chance. Very, very, very great tune, or great piece that he wrote, entitled Incantation and Dance. It's written in 2 parts, as shown. There's more explanation of it in your program notes for that. And it uses a lot of percussion, so you'll notice that throughout the piece. So we hope you enjoy. This is Incantation and Dance, by John Barnes Chance. A little tongue twister. Okay, thank you very much. So we're at that point where we're performing our last work, and then we'll have a brief intermission afterwards, or afterward, to be able to change the stage with chairs and stands and everything for the symphonic wind. So there'll be a brief intermission during that time while we're doing that, and then they will be performing as well, which should be a wonderful performance. I say this every single semester because it's true. The students up on the stage have been absolutely fantastic. And to think about that, like I say this all the time, the fact that they are not music majors, and the fact that they come out and they just, 3 days a week, 50 minutes, and they just come out to the Music Activity Center to put on or try to prepare what you're hearing today. That's with all of these ensembles that have performed, and part of the department itself is just an absolutely awesome feat in general for them to do that. So I applaud them personally for that, because that's just amazing. They've been absolutely fantastic. We had a short cycle that's going on. Usually the first concert cycle is kind of brief, and then the next cycle to close out the semester is usually just a little bit longer with that. So they've just been great, as always, in general. So it's just been a blast working with them. So our last piece is by Dr. David Biedenbender, who's currently on the faculty at Michigan State University. He wrote a piece some years back entitled "Melodious Thunk" that was, this was based off of the jazz artist Thelonious Monk, but then also used a Dizzy Gillespie motive based off of the song Salt Peanuts. Has anyone ever heard of Salt Peanuts? Yeah, Salt Peanuts, Salt Peanuts. So you will hear the Salt Peanuts motive throughout this piece. And he incorporates, you'll hear drum set back there, just a really, really neat piece. And it has that true Thelonious Monk type of soundscape, so to speak, and just how everything is written. So I hope you enjoy this. This is Melodious Thunk by David Biedenbender. Thank you all very much. Just like I said, there's going to be a brief intermission so that we can go ahead and have the symphonic winds up here. Thank you all very much.